Good morning, all you fabulous people. Hope you guys are having a fantastic Friday. Um, Code JCH still gets you a free month of Fyendal's Collection Premium. I highly recommend giving them a try. It can save you some money in the long run in the market and kind of match market trends and stuff like that. Subscriber count up to 685, still going for 700, just constantly moving up. Thank you guys for your continued support. Without further ado, we got a quick Friday market update. Romp Blue is nearly sold out again. I'm the only one with one here at $75. Um, these are just there's not very many of them on the market, and I think it's cool for the alt art art. They do have an alternate art or regular Wrecker Romp Blue alt rainbow foil EA as well. I think that goes for about 20. But these were the Team Covenant promos, I believe, that were sold. Yeah, here's the $20. There's quite a few of these left, but when you break it down to play sets, it's like 3 play sets. Yeah, Wrecker Romp's the blue of choice. It's the blue block 3 and Brute that is also a 6 power. So there's no other card that's a blue block 3 6 power with Brute in the game at the moment. So it's an auto include in 95% of Brute decks. So I think the price tag is warranted. Crown of Providence Cold Foil just keeps going up. Every time I log back in, I think uh, this is getting back to uprising levels. When I first got in the game, the rainbow foil was like nearly $200, and the cold foil was like close to 300, 300, 350 at times. Um, there is basically 3 here at 270, and then it goes up to 300 again. So watch out for this. I do think this is a piece that's going to stay in the game for a good while. It's got a good effect. Generic. Headpiece lets you cycle your hand. So very good. CNC prevention. Sigil of Aether, Marvel up to $100. Last sold is 85, but the high sale was 100 as well. I think it's been a minute since that, but there is only 2 left on the market. Cilio hype is real. I think a lot of people from Aurora is moving over to Cilio. So makes sense. HyperX 3 Extended Art. This one got pinged that the price was going up, but somebody, a Solana merchant here, has listed one for $40. I think that's a pretty good deal, considering the last bunch have been like 45 to 55. And then if you, after this one sells, it goes up to 70 for an EA Extended Art. I don't know how viable Max is with this. I think he's the only one that's really using it. But we could also see potentially Puffin using this, maybe. But $40 for a EA Cold Foil is still a pretty good deal in my opinion, even if it's not that playable. Codex of Inertia Marvel, $90. Last sold was like 75, 60, but on average it's been about $80. So it's a bit of the high, it's closer to that high sale price. But Bulgy Games, sorry if I mispronounced it, has one $10 cheaper. But that card is moving up. Drop of the Dragon Blood Extended Art. This one shocked me. $80 for an EA Rainbow Foil Rare from Set of Hunted. I think somebody's either buying these or Syndra's cooking with them or something that I'm not aware. But these were like $4 or $5 when the set first came out for the longest time. I mean, just even a couple weeks ago, these were like $3 to $7. There's just not that many on the market left. I think these are not super rare, but you might have some money in your bulk stack if you opened any hunted, because they were selling here around $20 pretty easily. You can only have one for deck though still, so watch out for that. Stains of the Red Rack. This was the Rudy promo. It is up to 120. This is the Assassin card. There's not that many on the market in general, but playset sold at $100. These are all graded unless you break them out of the slabs, so something to keep an eye out for. Schism of Chaos Rainbow Foil up to $67, nearing our high sale price, but the last sold was like 48, 66. So it's been bouncing around. So it's at closer to its high sale price, so watch out for that. But if you're in the market for it, it might be the time to grab it because Hunted is pretty much sold out. Evil Atom Breaker Marvel up to 44. I'm not sure on this one. I don't think I could be wrong. Is Max cooking with this one? Correct me in the comments down below. But I think it was too cheap for a while. Around $30, $20. So basically double price this month. Breaking point up to 125. Syndra is using these, so that does not surprise me. 110 was the last sold. These are extremely rare. These were from a, I believe it was the Uprising TCG player bundle, and it was pretty poorly priced at the time. So these are rare, as well as that like test of strength promo for heavy hitters, that kind of stuff. Hunter's Clave, the non-foil, is up to $77. It just keeps going up. Assassins are doing well. The Slippy's doing well, so makes sense. That card's hard to pull. Blade Beckoner Gauntlet, $16 for the lightly played cold foil. This is an exceedingly good card. I think it sees a lot of play in Commoner and probably Project Blue, but I think it is seeing even some play in CC, so pretty good. $14 was last sold, or nope, they were sold at like $6. Somebody sold one at $14. So they're anywhere from $5 to $10, I would say, is a fair price this time. Bloodscent, the promo card, $14 for the cold foil. Last sold was like $7 to $11. Just not that many left on the market here. Somebody's been buying them. Trounce, Rainbow Foil. Victor's doing, I think, has a pretty good slot in the meta. Rainbow Foil is up to $13. The non-foil is $9. I'd still get the Rainbow Foil if I were you, but Icequake Rainbow Foil. These are depleting from the market. There's only like 2 playsets here. There's 1 or 2 cards here at like $1.40, and then they go up to $5, then they go up to $15. Jarl's cooking. Invoke Dominia. Sorry, all you Dragon retirement fund people. $750 did not stick. We're back down to $150 for the. But one did sell just yesterday for $240. That's insane. Congratulations on that sale. That's impressive. $150 to $187 here, I think, is pretty fair. Scepter of Pain. The cold foil is down to $12 from our $20 earlier in the week. Quite a few got filled back in here. Probably a pretty fair price if you want to play Stack Florian. Cranial Crush, the rainbow foil. There is one here at $15 plus shipping. If you buy more stuff from Upkeep Games, you can divide that across the cards a little bit more and maybe get a better deal. But I also wanted to point out there's not that many left on the market of these. There's 12 listings total. There's a few play sets, but not very many total listings. Sync below the London promo, $136. This was down from $200 earlier in the week. None have sold. This is close to what I've been seeing on the private market. Private market's been about 300 to 360 is the range-ish on those. So if you want the London promos, you might be able to get some. And the non-London promos, Sync Below Red, the Rainbow Foil, is $10. Went down a little bit. I think these are a pretty good deal at this moment. I even just bought some from Mr. Righteous Gaming for like $15 a piece. Just a week, or no, yeah, it was like $15. So these seem like a pretty good deal. I might even pick those up if they don't. Figment of Ravages Marvel down to $54. These are back into like their high sale price, but they were all the way up to $72. So more stock filled in. These angels don't have a whole lot of listings either, so watch out for those. Arachne Solitary Confinement Marvel, $30. These were up to like $40, even $55. It looks like. Even some sold for $55. I'd watch out for these when skirmish season comes back around. Arachne Solitary Confinement still pretty solid in the middle. And last but not least, the Trot Along promos. These are sweet. They are only being given out at the Learn to Play booth for newer players only. So you get a pack for signing up. They are selling for a decent amount. One sold was or a whole playset for 90 each. I've seen some go on the private market for cheaper, but these are definitely sought after promos. The try along is definitely exceeding a lot of expectations of play. It's seeing play in Warrior, it's seeing play in Florian, it's seeing play in some other heroes as well as it being a blue block 3 with a 0 cost effect that gives something go again. Seems like a really solid card all around, and the promo is definitely sought after at the moment. That is it for me today for Friday. My camera worked the whole day, so that was awesome. Hope you guys have a fantastic Friday. Code JCH still gets you a free month of Fyendal's Premium. And subscribe and like. Thanks. Bye.